podcast Just Like That. In this episode, we will be diving into a topic that isn't discussed enough in our classroom. That is mental health among high school students. I'm your host Yahya Aisyah Dermawan, and I'm joined by two incredible guest stars today. First, we have Hana Mutiara Hidayat, a fourth semester student in English education at Pakuan University.
Hi everyone, I'm really happy to be here. As a student and someone who went through the pressure of high school, I feel like this topic really needs to be talked about more.
And joining us as well is Marcia Abrilianti Paulain, also a fourth semester student from the same program.
Okay. Hi guys, thank you for having me and Hannah. I'm excited to share not just because based on theory but also real stories that many students can relate to.
Okay, let's welcome to both of them. Okay, now let's start with why this topic is matters. Hannah, maybe you can go first. What made you want to speak on this?
Sure, because according to WHO and Indonesian Ministry of Health, one in three students experiences symptoms of anxiety or stress, mostly due to academic pressure, social pressure, or family problems. I remember feeling overwhelmed in my high school era. I was afraid to fail, but I didn't know how to express it. The biggest issue for me was not the pressure, it's also not having a safe place to talk about how I feel. And now that I am a university student and future teacher, Amin,
Amin. Amin.
I want to help make sure the student don't feel as alone.
Okay, that is powerful, Hannah. So you feel you need a safe space
Yes.
because you're going to be a future teacher.
Yes.
So, Marsha, how about you?
For me, mental health is matters because it affects how students learn. And there were times I felt tired, sometimes not from physical activity but from mentally exhaustion. Yet people would say, you're just lazy, but a 2022 report from CAPEA even said that over 40% student experiences emotional stress during school. So instead of asking, why are you not performing, or we should be asking, how are you feeling?
Yes, I feel that small shift in question changes everything.
I think so too. So, you feel like not just pressure from activity, but also from mental exhaustion.
Yeah.
So, next one, let's talk about the challenges. What are some of the most common mental health issue student faces?
For me,
Yes, from you.
okay. From what I have been and experienced, I think there are three biggest ones. The first is academic stress, like pressure from exam, assignment, final exam for third grade
For
in high
yes.
school, and maybe expectation from our parents is high.
Yes.
And second, I think social pressure and bullying sometimes is do in online. Students feel like I have to be perfect.
Yes, many people struggle with that.
Yeah, I have to be perfect. And the last I think is personal struggle, like maybe like family problems or just feeling emotionally unsupported.
Okay.
Are you agree, Marcia?
I agree, totally agree with you.
Yeah.
But I would like to add some three challenges for me too. The first is fear of being wrong. Student sometimes becomes afraid to participate. Did you agree, guys?
Agree, I totally
I
agree.
really agree.
Second is emotional tiredness. Personal burdens they bring into the classroom. And the last, no time to rest. I think school focus so much on study
Oh yes.
that students don't get the space to breathe,
I agree.
to relaxing,
Yes,
to
so
having fun with
Yeah.
others.
Sometimes in school, many a lot activities.
yes, I agree. Too many tasks, too
Yeah.
many activity, and too many pressure,
Yeah.
so student can feel relaxed. They don't have a space to breathe.
Yeah, and just I say to the high expectation from
That's true.
Yeah.
The high expectation from parents and from school
Yeah.
that sure will be pressure
Pressure.
on the student. And all that gets bottled up. The classroom become a stressful place instead of a safe one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe because there is a lot of pressure, and I had friends who smell all the time, but sometimes they cry every night.
really?
Yeah, they cry every night.
Oh my
But
God.
in all the day, she smile,
Look happy.
yeah, look happy. But if they're alone, they're crying in the room. In the room.
So she is hiding her depression.
That's
And,
right.
and when students start losing focus, it's not always because they're lazy or they're unmotivated. Sorry guys. Sometimes they're just mentally struggling.
Oh, yes. They look lazy.
Yeah.
They don't wanna do their assignment.
Yeah.
But it's not just because they are lazy, but
Yeah.
also because they are unmotivated and mentally struggling. Like trend on TikTok, lelaki tidak bercerita. I think that makes student don't want to share their story.
Experience.
So jadi burden halangan
Yeah.
untuk tidak bercerita. Oke, let's now bring in what the experts say. What have psychologists and counselors say about this. Okay, let's now bring in what the experts say. What have the psychologists and counselor said about this? Here we go.
The other concept that I sincerely hope you take with you today is that it is always okay to not be okay, and it is always okay to take a break. It doesn't have to be a whole day. Sometimes that's not realistic, but it can be a few moments here and there to check in with yourself. Think of life like a race, like a long distance race. If you sprint in the very beginning, you're going to get burnt out. You may even hurt yourself from pushing too hard. But if you pace yourself, if you take it slow sometimes intentionally, and you push yourself other times, you are sure to be way more successful. So please, look after each other. Look after the kids and teens in your life, especially the ones that look like they have it all together. Mental health challenges are not going away, but as a society, we can learn how to manage them by looking after one another. And look after yourself too. As my mom would say, once in a while, take a break.
Alright guys, this is a good video short. And I think the psychologists say students often hide what they feel because they don't want to seem like weak or dramatic person. And many are afraid of being judged or not taken seriously. That's why emotional support is just as important as academic guidance.
Yeah, and stress really affects memory and focus. Um, because I once studied so hard before exam, but the moment the memory I prepared enough,
Yes.
I bring out.
Oh, okay.
And it wasn't about not studying, guys. I study all the time, every
Okay.
night. But it was really, yeah, I guess
Yeah. Sure.
it was anxiety, guys. What made me realize that mental health is an academic issue too.
So, even high achievers may silently struggle, like it's a hidden battle. So, before we talk about some student like unmotivated, but someone who also studying hard can feel anxiety too. So it's not about grades, it's not about studying, but it's about mental health depression.
Yeah.
So what are some realistic things students or teacher and school can do about it?
Okay.
Sure.
Small steps matter. For school, the first is do 2 minute breathing or mindfulness session during class transition. Take a bit. Done.
For 2 minutes,
And second, have a quiet room or space where students can take a mental break. And the third, help train teachers. Sometimes we need to ask the teacher, Miss, I'm not feeling okay today, and ask their help.
Yeah, sure.
I want to share for student tips. In my opinion, for students like us, listen to your body and emotion, guys.
That's right, that's right.
If you feel tired, you can rest.
Yeah.
Not not just
Memaksakan diri.
ya memaksakan diri.
Coret-coret.
Hard, study hard.
Yes.
Even your body is tired. And take a break from screen and study marathons. Talk to someone if you feel anxiety, if you feel
Yes.
not good, if you feel like that. Even just a close friend or a trusted teacher. You can share your story with your trusted teacher or your close friend. Yeah, tell.
Your problem,
Yeah,
tell your
yeah.
struggle.
Yeah.
So, for schools, you said about 2-minute breathing and
Yeah.
quiet room, and also train teacher to
Yeah.
recognize the sign of mental stress, and also for student, the first one is you need to listen to your body and emotions, and also talk to someone close,
Yeah.
like close friends or teacher, and don't hold your struggle alone,
Yeah.
because you can share it and maybe reducing your stress.
Yes. I think.
That's for student and school. How about the parents?
We really hope parents can listen without rushing to blame. And sometimes students don't need solution. They just need someone who hears them, who say, "I'm here, Rasha."
I'm here, Ratna.
Yeah, it's okay to not be okay, guys.
It's okay to not be okay. Let's go.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Good plan, good plan. Okay. That's right. It's okay not to be okay. And any final thoughts you'd like to leave with our listeners?
Hi guys, as a student and future educator, Amin. I'm not a psychologist, but I know that what is feel like to be emotional, overwhelmed. Sometimes what students need most is someone who understands.
That's true.
And I hope more people talk about mental health openly with empathy and not judgment.
Okay. Yeah. From me, the thoughts that I like to share
Yes.
is mental health is not weakness, guys. It's the foundation of good learning. Let's build classroom where both the mind and the heart are respected, so we can learn good,
Yes.
mood happy, and yeah.
No. Okay. So, thank you so much, Hannah and Marsha.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Let's give them applause first.
Yay.
You both brought honesty and insight into this discussion. To everyone listening, if you are a student, you are not alone. If you are an educator or parent, your support matters more than you know. So reach out to your friend, reach out to your teacher, and don't hold your struggle alone. This has been the JLT podcast. We'll see you in the next episode. And until then, take care of your mind, take care of each other. Okay, this is JLT podcast. Just like that. Yay!
Cool.